medals in Tokyo, the 800 meters and the 1500 meters. Tells you how deep this field is that Finke swam ahead of his seed time this year and still just missed out on the A final.
4:11.2 just to make the final 8.
Take your mark.
In that team race, 1 from Texas, Kobe Carroza, and 2 from Florida here. And remember, points are important, especially if this ends up being a very close meet. You can get 9 points for winning the consolation final, 7 for second, 6 for third.
Thought Bobby looked great in the morning. Everything very smooth. He comes in with the best time of 4:10.8, about a second faster than he went in the morning. He just got beat by 8 guys that were just a little touch faster. He's going to be so much better in the 1650. In fact, the 500 is probably a little short for him. And but he's a guy that was out with COVID protocol back at the SEC championship, so we haven't seen him swim at a conference level championship. So maybe just getting into the meet was hard for him, but you know, this is a guy that can do it all for the Gators. When it comes to distance freestyle, he'll be in the 400 IM tomorrow, defending champion. And that, by the way, he is one heck of a swimmer.
100 yards in at Stanford's Grant Shoults, who's out in front, split 48-26 over the opening 100 yards. Finke working his way into this. Next to him, Texas's Kobe Carroza, who was on the Longhorns National Championship winning 800 free relay team last night. That is the second Texas National Championship for a Carroza brother in the past 3 weeks. His brother was on the Texas distance medley relay team, 800-meter leg in the track and field championships a couple weeks ago. Creighton Carroza helping Texas win a title there, and now Kobe helping Texas win a title here.
Yeah, Carroza, the Big 12 champ there, is looking pretty good. In fact, if you look across the board, there are 6 swimmers at the 200 mark, all within striking range, and they're all a little touch slower than they went in prelims, so nobody's jumping out on this. In fact, yeah, all 6 swimmers were slower here in the finals than they were in the preliminaries. It shows you how tough the prelims are just to get yourself into position to swim in the finals. The pace will start to pick up. This plays into Bobby Finke's favor here. We obviously saw him what he was able to do in the 800 and 1500, coming back faster than anybody else in history. He has the best back half of anybody in this group by far. If he's close with 50 yards left to go, I feel sorry for the rest of the field.
And past the midway point of this race, he has swam himself up into second. It is Preston Forst of Stanford out in front. Forst, the Pac-12 champion this year in the 500-yard freestyle. And again, that shows you how deep the field is. The Pac-12 champ didn't make the championship final either.
Yeah, he didn't show it in the prelims. You know, normally he has that lightning quick last 50, last 100. He didn't show it in the prelims. In fact, he was like the 5th or 6th slowest the last 50. That won't be what will happen here tonight. He is in great position. Right below him, Forst, a sophomore from Stanford, is doing a great job this year as well. He was 5th at Pan Pac, so he is really doing the job right now.
Forst still out in front. Finke has moved into second. Then it is Soloveitchik of Minnesota and Trey Freeman of Florida, another guy who is better as the races get longer for the Gators down there in lane number 2.
Forst is breathing right into Bobby Finke the last 50, so he'll be able to see Finke coming home. Whether he'll be able to do anything about it, I'm not so sure, but he's doing it now, and that's what's important. You got to take care of business. He knows exactly what Finke's capable of doing the last 50. He's got to take care of business now.
Right, I need you to check the split here that we're going to get from Forst, because he just opened up a big lead over that 50.
He knows, though. He is very aware, and that gives you a lot of tape on what Forst has studied with Bobby Finke. Here comes Finke. Here he comes.
Forst went 24-8 in the last 50, trying to hold off the surge from Finke here to win the consolation final. The 2-time Olympic champ is closing. Forst is holding, and he did enough. Preston Forst holds on to win the consolation final. It was that sub 25-second lap in the second to last 50 that was able to make up for the fact that Bobby Finke just went 22.99 over the last 50.
22.9, Finke's last 50. He just waited too long, and he probably should have made his move with 75 yards left to go. You can see him right there. It's that patented last 50, but he was just too far away from Forst. And give a lot of credit to this sensational sophomore for going his best time, by the way, by over a second to get in here.
So Forst gets 9 points for Stanford with the win. Texas will take 13 points.